Have you ever noticed how God wants to bless us more than we have expected? He desires to bless us beyond our wildest dreams, our wildest imaginations. That fact was recently a reminder for me to do better and be better every day. When God did something so extraordinary to me, I feel so sorry about myself for being too disobedient. When He does something so profound and personal that it exceeded my expectations, I can definitely say that it was indeed a miracle. It was 2015 when I was rushed to the hospital due to severe headache, body pain, and extreme body heat. I was diagnosed with a common disease called dengue. My parents were very hopeless that time. So do I. I really thought that would be the last days of my life. But I was wrong because God didn't allow that to happen. It was indeed a miracle. I am not a laid-back individual. I've never been that way. I am anxious and stressed, and I can be quite negative at times. Last 2020, things began to deteriorate. I didn't realize it for a long time, but I had lost control of how stressed I was becoming. Because I was terrified, I would start crying in my room, struggling to answer all my homeworks. My thoughts were constantly racing in my head, and I felt I was losing my mind. It specifically began when the pandemic hit our country. Indeed, in a blink of an eye, many lives have changed. Many lives were lost, and many families were greatly affected financially, emotionally, and mentally, including me. The trauma that this pandemic brought into our lives is very devastating in a way that it affected me a lot. I was having a hard time adjusting to this so-called new normal. The difficulty of understanding all the lessons from my studies down to my priorities. Also, my faith has been tested because of this pandemic. Negative thoughts were coming in and spreading and whispering through my mind. I even attempted to disappear. But then I prayed, and while reading His words day by day, God answered me. For He promised that whoever calls upon His name shall be saved. I did. Thus, He comforted me. If you are facing cancer right now, know that God hasn't forgotten you. Let this encouraging Bible verse remind you that His love for you lasts. It can be found in Isaiah 41 verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you in my victorious right hand. I'm sorry to hear that you are going through this. I'm not sure what to say, but I want you to know that I care. And please be reminded that with God, nothing is impossible. We can do all things if we put our trust in Him. May God shower His mercy upon you today, remove all the pains and worries, and fully heal you. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Please do not lose your hopes in these trying times of your lives. Know that we are His beloved children. We are the chosen generation, His peculiar people. He is faithful, all-knowing, omnipotent, magnificent, and loving God. If God is for us, then who can be against us? Believe that God is a great healer, and He is a miracle worker. All we just have to do is to strengthen our faith in Him. The stories God writes for us take us down to various paths. No matter where you are in the journey, there is a plan and a purpose to what you experience.